Hi, this is Ken Wolf. I'm the festival director of Manhattan Rep Stories Film Festival, and I'm here with some of the creators of Manifesto, a wonderful little Zoom film in our festival. I'm here with Elena D. Clark, who is an actor and the producer, and I'm with the wonderful director, Kei Fujisawa.
Yes.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, hello.
Good. So can you tell me a little about this film and why you decided to bring this to life?
Okay, Elena, would you like to start?
All right. So Bruce Bonafede, a playwright I worked with before. And by the way, I worked with Kai Fujisawa on one of his plays before the pandemic. He sent me a new script a few months ago, and he just told me that there was a role that could be good for me, but we weren't sure how it could work in the pandemic world. And then I asked Kai if she's interested, because as I mentioned, I worked with her before on multiple projects. And I asked her, since I got in love with the script, and can we do something? Can we shoot? And I can definitely support it on behalf of my company. And she liked the script, and this is how it started to getting alive. And then since I already participated in the project that was a part of your festival before, like last year, we did a short film with another company called The Social Order. So I was playing there as an actress. So I recall that, yes, you do this festival, and I checked out, and it was perfect timing. And this is how it we just like got into the work and made it work and submitted, and here we are. And
yeah, so after getting the script from Elena, I started casting two other actors. I got a very good actors for each character.
They were great.
Yeah. So that's how it started, and we started shooting early July, and whole process of rehearsal was like only 3 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, and total rehearsal hours, including dress tech, could be only 18 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, and shooting itself was less than 3 hours because people got late.
Nature the beast, right?
Yeah. Then I edited the film as film. Yeah, all the footage I got from that, 2.5, maybe 2 hours total. Yeah.
So what are the challenges of taking a play and putting it into this format, into this film Zoom format? What are the challenges that happen?
Yeah, so I rehearsed with actors as almost identical when I direct plays. Character studies, connection, everything. And then challenges, we are in different places. Yeah, so like focal points was most important thing to make sense that each characters are looking at each
That's hard to do
somehow. That's kind of that is a Zoom challenge, but actors did very good job. Like we really feel like they are in the same space as you watch the film, and and editing its process was enjoyable for me. Finding the best moment and connect,
I know well.
Yeah, not being noticed that I'm doing matching from different takes. Yeah, So
that's wonderful. That's super good. It's funny. One of the I'm directing a play now in real time. It's going to go up in September.
Wow.
But we started rehearsals on Zoom. So we have a rehearsal process of 10 weeks. It's usually 6 weeks tops for me.
Wow.
And last night, we had our first real-time rehearsal. The actors were mostly off book, and we started to bring it to life, and I let the actors go, and it was remarkable. And I'm thinking I always want to start on Zoom with advanced time and do this, because we discovered 3 scenes in the course of 3 and we discovered 3 scenes, and this is a family play with 9 actors, and we found so many moments. I got goose pimples thinking about it. So I never thought it can be such a viable thing, even when we get back, because you can do this pre-work where people can meet once a week, twice a week, and then as we get into production, it's not so crazy sometimes. Sometimes you get in, you're blocking, doing this and X, Y, and Z, and it was an incredible experience. And I'm going, because of Zoom. So God bless, that we can
God
take
bless Zoom.
and use it,
I think Zoom wouldn't disappear even after pandemic, I think.
No,
because,
I don't think so.
Actors can kind of create such intimacy, through the windows of this frame,
And they can run lines and things like that, and X, Y, and Z. So it's a fantastic medium, for doing creative work and for adapting.
Yeah, and we don't have to pay for the space.
For the space, yeah, exactly. So you have the luxury of doing, longer times, yeah.
Yeah, and more importantly, you can be anywhere in the world, as far as your, time difference allows you to connect.
Yeah, actually, the playwright for a while was in South America, because he was coming to the Zoom rehearsals. Yeah, because he was in South America, it didn't matter. He said, I'm going away to South America for 2 weeks, but I'll check in, Monday and Tuesday. We work Monday and Tuesday nights, So it's really good. But
yes,
I applaud you for putting this together, because it's really wonderful. And you've taken a play and make it look like a film, which is really well in the Zoom context. And the actors are all good. It's fun. And plus, you're dealing with Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fun.
Yeah.
It's just really fun. And of course, the mistress. There's always a mistress.
Yes.
And every good play, there's always a good mistress.
Yeah, we want to talk about Bruce a little bit more. Bruce Bonafede, he is the playwright. He took these 2 very famous historical figures and took his artistic liberty, adding this woman,
Yeah, it's wonderful.
And he created a wonderful theater.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's nice to see other sides of characters we have just one side of, and that's the fun thing. You can go in and make stuff up about even historical characters, and it's cool. It's fun. I've seen a number of plays like that done well, and it's really pretty exciting and great. But I wish you the best of luck with this. It's really fun, and are you gonna bring it to life once?
That would be great.
We hope so.
A little bit.
Really want to do this on real stage. I do.
Yeah, we hope so. It's funny because we made a commitment for rehearsal. Up until dress rehearsal, we're all going to wear masks just to make sure, that we don't get sick, because then the show goes down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're adapting to it. It's a little strange, but we're adapting to it really well. But dress rehearsal is going to be great. Because I'll be taking lots of notes, because seeing and hearing, it's hard even to hear sometimes in the masks, but we'll get there, because as artists, and I don't want to talk too much, but, we know how to collaborate. And I think the world needs to learn how to collaborate, because the world loves to fight,
Right.
And I know from the creative teams that I've built and been with that have been really wonderful, it's effortless. When people just show up and do the work and say, let's go, and so I always go back to that as a metaphor for the world. It's going to show up, let's work together, let's solve these huge problems that have manifested. Let's solve them together, not fight over politics and other things. So I'm sure we'll see a lot of plays about this moving forward. And at first I thought pandemic plays were not going to be that popular. But I think if they really deal with it, I think they can be, because it's a huge turning point in our society, in the world. It really is, because I find that, people have changed, some for the better and some for something else, and we need to work as artists, We just need to work with artists and come together.
And I really appreciate this technology because not only for theater people, but everybody like students, teachers, workers. I mean, businessmen, people who connected through this, wonderful
the squares, these wonderful squares. Yeah.
Yes, that made us survive.
But thank you for bringing this play/film to our festival. I really appreciate it. And
thank you so much for having us.